how does you know, I'm a big fan of Snoop, but like, and I know everyone asked me about like Eminem and stuff, so I'm gonna be the fan geek on this time. But it's like, you know, how did the Snoop thing come about, where you're directing this video with Snoop?
So Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis sent me the record for Stokely, who's one of their artists on their label, and the record was called Vibrant. And I saw, like, when I get the track, when they cut a track and they just send it to me, it's, you know, to start working on the storyboard. It's usually like 2 words that like don't mean anything, but it just said Stokely, Snoop. And so I was like, Snoop who? I was like, okay, it's got to be Snoop Dogg. So I listened to the track.
How many Snoops do we know?
And it was just an email when they sent it. So it's just like, it just popped in an email. It was like almost like a cryptic message.
Yeah.
So I play it and I'm just like, this record is phenomenal. And so right away I was like, I'd call Stokely, and because we had done a record called
Was it his track and Snoop featured on it?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
But it wasn't, it's really not that, though, because the way they did the record is 50-50, kind of, on the record itself. Yeah. So you'll hear Snoop in the beginning, you also hear him throughout the whole track with the ad-libs. It's not just like getting a feature from Snoop, it was more than that. So I ended up going on a car ride with Baron Davis, who I've had a long relationship with, athlete.
NBA superstar.
Former NBA All-Star. Yeah, so we go out low riding. They have a thing on Sundays in LA where they culturally go out, bring out the low riders, and ride through LA. So
made famous by Snoop and Dre, too, also.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I had sent out the creative while I was listening to Vibrant. So I went low riding. Anyway, we do the meetup. Wiz Khalifa's there, Snoop's there, everybody's like Exhibit, all these guys are there.
It's like hip hop history.
It was awesome.
It's the Hall of Fame of history.
So Snoop is like, you know, Snoop daps me up as he sees me. So I did this really, really cool thing where I was like, okay, Josh, he knows nothing about who you are. He just knows I was with Baron, right? So we're all hanging out by the cars, checking out lowriders. So he's smoking, and I go up to him, and I did this thing. It was ballsy, but I had Stokely on FaceTime, right? I just randomly FaceTime Stokely. And he looks at me, and he's got the mask on, right? And Snoop's like this far away from me, and I go, boom, put him in his face. And at first, he's like, he backs up.
Yeah, he's like, what you putting
he's like, why are you putting a phone in my face? And then Stokely takes off the mask, and he's like, yo. And then they made the connection. He's like, you wrote the Vibrant track, you know, the treatment. He's like, oh, man, the roller skating, everything, that's crazy, nephew. Like, that's going to be it. That's going to be it. And so then the relationship, like, he put 2 and 2 together. Stokely and I had come up with that roller skating idea for the actual music video. And then that's how the relationship. So then fast forward to the shoot. This is probably like 3 weeks later. We shoot the music video in a roller skating rink. It was really, really awesome. Dancers, we had roller skaters, like a throwback 90s,
so
80s
3
vibe.
weeks. So after that meeting, you pop the FaceTime and you know, you get Stokely and Snoop to talk. I mean, how long before you're like concepting and scouting locations for a roller rink? And, you know, like, I mean,
as soon as the manager said, hey, let's do it. I mean, we're fighting COVID at the time too. So it's like we're trying to work around and jump through hoops. He's like, we just got to do it. We got the perfect window before LA was, it was reopened and then re-shut down. So it was right in that pocket that we did it. And I directed it, and also had a longtime friend, co-director now, Johnny Ray, do it with me. And he, you know, we came up with this amazing, cool concept in 90s theme, 2000s. It was going to be a really fun shoot. Snoop was elated. He's like, oh, roller skating, like, we got to do it. We got to do it.
Right.
So we finally get to the shoot day, and this is so great. But everybody's like, Snoop's going to be late. Snoop's going to be late. And we had a time for Snoop that he was going to come in. And I go, watch, Snoop's going to be early. Watch what happens. So, you know, we're shooting, and we're about an hour before Snoop is supposed to arrive. He's there. I was like, I told you guys. He's an hour early. Snoop shows up. He's great mood, you know, great to see you again, Josh. Like, you know, we're talking, and he's talking to my co-director, and we're having so much fun. So we get him in. He's amazing. like an amazing guy. Energy's there, like really down to earth, not like there's no ego there. And that's what I love about him.
I get a sense that he can connect to anybody. I haven't, you know.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he is well-rounded artist.
But he seems to enjoy people. There's some artists that don't enjoy people, but he enjoys being Snoop. And I would imagine he enjoys it more when he's engaged and having a good time, so he can have other people have a good time around him.
Exactly.
The Full Exposure Podcast is brought to you by Metro Health, University of Michigan Health, and Dr. Peter Hahn, in appreciation of the creative and artistic visionaries who enrich our lives through cultural connections.